I'm Trudi from Llanelli Town Television, part of Llanelli Music Scene and LlanelliTown.com. And I'm here today with Llanelli Music Scene's Band of the Month for May 2013, which is Sonic Temple. Hi guys.
Alright.
Hi. Thank you very much for coming in today.
No problem.
Good, thank you. Right then, what I'd like to say is, I know that you've done a written feature for LlanelliTown.com, so you've posted up a little bit about your background and what have you. But anybody watching us isn't going to know who you are, so would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Andrew Richards, play lead, bass and rhythm.
I'm Alan Green, I do vocals.
Okay, and I know, I've got to mention this because I know you've got quite a huge history, both of you, of playing in bands around the area and doing a lot really for the Llanelli music scene. So bands such as, if I remember rightly, Giovanni Maria, Solo Project, and also Stone Dog, which I've heard quite a bit about, because I noticed that there was lots of kind of reviews for Kerrang and other magazines. So you were pretty successful there, it would seem.
Well, the reviews,
we were happy with the reviews that we had.
That's
and,
really good.
We went for a long time, how many years is it?
7.5 years.
Not least counting.
I there then as well.
Okay, so how did your current band then, Sonic Temple, come about?
Well, I basically split from one band, built the studio himself, and then asked him to come in and on vocals, and we just went from there then.
So, just out of the blue, basically it was a phone call about 3.5 years ago, wasn't it? 3 years ago?
Something like that,
Ah, so you've been together for 3 years.
So we've been for a while getting all the songs ready and everything, and demoing them and re-demoing them.
Yeah.
And, when we were finally happy with the 9 tracks, we sort of went for it then and recorded it.
That's brilliant. So what would you say was different then about Sonic Temple compared to other bands?
I think we put a lot of melody into the stuff if we can, you know, as much as you can to make it, you know, it's not just all bang bang, like, if you know what I mean. You know, try and put a bit of melody into it or something like that, because a lot of the bands we were into, like, I mean, that's what they did, like, so we tried to do something like that then with other stuff.
I think the last Stone Dog album was quite heavy, the last 2 albums, you know, quite heavy, so it's coming down from that. I think we're sort of getting older, maybe, but no, it's just coming down a bit, and a bit more melody in it, sort of.
You can see with that stuff, you know, if you went too heavy, it just wasn't working, like, you know, you have to put the bit of melody into it too.
I think it's, you know, how I see you as different as well is, I mean, there's 2 of you, which is amazing for the sound that you produce, really, and you both put it all together yourselves. So that's what stood out for us, I think, at Llanelli Music Scene.
Well, so we've had, you know, a lot of experience playing with bands, and that was, I think, the best times we always had was going into the studio. We always used to have a great time. I think the last time we were in the Stone Dog, we were in for like a week or 2, were we? And we loved it. So being in the studio and recording now it's just enjoyment for us, you know. So
and that's what it's about.
The more people you got in it, the harder it is as well, you know.
You can get arguments, not arguments, differences, you know, musical differences as they call it, but we get on pretty well most of the time, and you know.
It's really good.
Well, this is because I got to it.
And speaking of, obviously you've been playing for a while and you've had different influences, so I wanted to ask you, quite a hard question I think, but is there a single band that you can think of that is your biggest influence then?
No.
No? That's a hard question.
No, there's so many, like, you know, I mean, there's just loads of stuff. I mean,
it's difficult to pinpoint one band. I mean,
there's certain bands, you know, that they're favourite bands, but doesn't mean, you know.
That's right, your music doesn't reflect.
I mean, the bands I like, I mean, you can hear little bits of it in there, in the album, like, but I mean,
you can hear the influences, especially the older kind of stuff that we used to listen to. Sort of.
I mean, I don't like new bands as such. I mean, it's mostly old stuff. You know, I'm not really into the new bands.
No. So 1 or 2. Name us 1 or 2 then, if it makes it easy.
Well, UFO, that's one.
Yeah, UFO a big influence. And you know, a lot of the older stuff, the AC/DC, Rainbow, Whitesnake, you know,
good old rock and stuff.
Michael Schenker, great stuff. But you know, I tend to listen. I know H doesn't listen to so much new stuff. It's rare, but I do tend to listen to a bit more new stuff.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I'm still stuck in my day.
It seems to work anyway, doesn't it? The both of you together.
Whatever
the way.
works, isn't it?
Yeah, you know the one says. Right, I know that you've got your own album out, which I've got here. Show it up to the camera, look. Entitled Sonic Temple, subtitled album. As you said, you recorded 9 tracks on this album, which I've got to say, LTTV.com are reviewing, and that will be up on the website this week. And I'm going to ask you now, out of all the 9 tracks, another difficult question maybe. Yes, what's your favourite one?
I have to remember what's on there.
What's your favourite track?
Seems the day I'd go for me.
My favourite one is Sacrifice. I've always loved it since we first demoed it, and we recorded it again, and it's just always been. But I'm saying it's odd because sometimes you have a favourite when you're starting off, and when you record them, some don't turn out exactly as you want to, and some turn out better when you record them, you know. So there's a lot of them I like, but
as you go along.
I go for that because there's a bit of everything in it, in a way.
That's fine. I like personally, I like Addiction.
You like Addiction?
Yeah, I like that one.
And I don't personally normally go for that, because there's different things. Just like it'd be, but I quite like that. I thought it turned out really good.
But Addiction is a difficult one because we wanted to try and put something a little bit sort of acoustic in there, or with a nice clean guitar. But we weren't sure whether it would fit with us, the songs, but we were happy with it when it came out.
It's a really good rock ballad, I'd say.
Well, they all did the better than I thought.
Yeah.
Because when they listened to the demos, I thought,
No, I don't know.
But I thought it fit good.
Yeah. Okay, now I'd like to say, are there any messages that you're trying to get through in your music? No Satanism or anything like that then?
No, there's no underlying messages at all. We just do, I think, what most people who are in bands do. Is just to do it. They enjoy doing it. It's great being creative. It's great coming up with a song, and you can go and you think, oh yeah, that sounded good tonight,
That's right,
It's just that really.
Your own personal
I don't know what the lyrics are about, but they're normally not about anything.
No, they're not. They're nothing. Some of them have, small meanings, but there's no major.
Like you can enjoy what you want, really,
We're not trying to get anything across in the lyrics in a way that some bands do. Some bands do well, don't get me wrong, but
not a political band.
No, that's it.
A bunch of Satanists on slide. Only on Friday night, that's all.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Keep that.
So I was just thinking, I suppose, along the lines of, say, like Addiction, whether it was possibly a personal experience or something like that might have led you to write that kind of song.
No, I mean, I write most of I write the lyrics, and it's not usually about personal things. It's about just thinking about. Sometimes you'll read something in a book, and you think, that might be something good to write about, and it's just something like that, It's nothing personal. Any of the tracks of. No, I think any track is not a personal experience as such.
I'd say 20 years for me, some of the bands I've been in.
And speaking of 20 years, we have the 20 years track from Sonic Temple on the LTTV.com website on the music player, so I definitely recommend checking that out. And of course, as you know, that track had the most number of downloads on the LTTV.com website. So it's fantastic. 200 and something, I can't remember exactly offhand.
I didn't know how many it was, I just seen that as well.
I got you. We'll have to repost it up so people can see. But I thought that was
How many
brilliant.
times did you download it?
My fingers. It was about
Filled your laptop, is it? Yeah,
it was
filled
like
with downloads.
But could I say that after?
Oh, dear
I
me.
did start using my towards the end, it's pretty fun.
Okay, as we've heard, you enjoy being in the studio as a band and recording things.
Yeah.
So, do you have any strange studio experiences or any funny stories for us? Any time that you've recorded with at any time, I suppose. Does anything sticks out?
Well, we're pretty good in the studio. We don't sort of get too frustrated or anything. It's just calm as you like. When he's recording, it doesn't matter. But
no arguments, is it?
But no, some people when we recorded in the past tend to sort of get up to the room, out of the room. I'm recording now, and you don't want any distractions. And I mean, those are the only, and we tend to laugh and sort of
there's loads of funny
Why not,
stories
yeah.
about the bands and things like that. So I don't know, it's just really strong laugh down there, so you know.
Yeah.
It's nothing odd, like, but I remember one of the stories was a drummer down in Tim Ambrose down in Kidwelly, who used to be, and he'd been up all night trying to rewire his desk and everything because he couldn't find out where this noise was coming from, and he sussed out where it was in the end. Is that the drummer, every time he went down the kit, he'd go do-do-do-do-do-do-dish, and had to pick it up on a tractor.
And he was doing and they couldn't.
So all the mates were picking him up.
He was singing along when he's drumming.
I don't know, he's
Happy drummer.
he's good. Just have a good laugh in the studio, so I mean, if you can, like, you know, and do the work, like, you know.
As you say, with two of you, it's not as bad as having full
No,
band
it's
with
just-
3,
it's
4,
easy
5
to do it,
minutes.
I know.
It is a lot when you got a full band. It's hard work, yeah.
I think.
There's so many different personalities in it and whatever, and it, you know,
How's it
they all
manage? I don't know.
they all sound a bit up the right way. It's good if you go the wrong way. It's not so good, like, you know.
Feel like a marriage by the sound of it. Then.
It can be after if you spend a week or two in the studio every day. From what time we were going in from 9 and we were finishing like 7 or 9 o'clock sometimes in the night as well. Yeah, it can be a bit sort of
very intense.
That's gigging.
Yeah.
You know, you're more or less gigging all the time.
Yeah.
You know, there's money involved. People get thing about that, and where the money's going, what we're going to do with it, and some people want to cut of it, some people want this, some people want that.
So that's not the good side.
No, it's not.
Being in the bands,
It's just a bit of an headache. The more people you got, the worse it is. Like,
yeah. I think now maybe the time to bring in some questions that have come off the Llanelli Music Scene page from Vic Vaughan.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
Yes. Do you know, I believe? Vic wants to ask, well, can you ask Alan Green, Mr. Purple, how he's put up with Andrew Richards, Mr. H, for this amount of time?
I don't know. No, we've been mates for a long time. I mean, we've been since we first started listening to music in Gavin Park. I think listening to Tank and whoever it was. We were about 14 or 15. We've just been friends since then, and we've rarely had cross words, to be honest. We've always got on well. I think myself and H were the two that were in Stone Dog continually all the way through, while there were other lineup changes, you know. So I think it shows that, you know, we have a good. I think we have the same sense of humour, which is one good thing.
That's it. Yeah, true friendship, love.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's sweet. Exactly. Yes, as we said about marriage. Also, Vic is asking, can you ask H if he could pick up a nice bottle of red for tomorrow, please?
Well, that won't even put a dent in it. A bottle of red. It'd be more like a case of red.
There we are. Mr. H will buy a case of red.
Can all have a bottle.
Possibly. Yes, there we are. So thank you, Vic, for them questions. Right, back to what I've got here. Okay. Right, so we've plugged your fantastic first album. There it is again. And what I want to ask you now is what is going on in Stone Temple's world at the moment?
Sonic Temple.
Sonic Temple. I'm thinking Stone Dog,
Sorry, we're confusing you.
You're getting my dyslexic.
Well, we're finishing off the second album at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah, it was. Well, I think actually when we recorded the first album, we had 9 or 10 whatever tracks ready, more or less, you know, roughly ready for the next album. So it's just a matter of each trying to remember the guitar parts and going straight as soon as we done this. We had a while. We had a little break for a while because when you're recording in the studio, it's the same all the time. A little break for a while, but then gone back into recording straight away because we had the material ready.
Yeah, just came out like that.
Yeah, you know, it's sometimes you know, you're there from week to week and you can't think of a chorus, you can't think of a bridge or whatever, you know, and then for another 2 or 3 weeks, then stuff will come rolling off, you know. So it's just got to go with the flow sometimes.
I think we'll be doing a 5-track as well after this.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots ahead.
There's lots in the
pipeline.
Maybe 5, maybe 6. I don't know. To see when we do another.
Perhaps that one would come out just in time for Christmas then. The 5 or 6
Christmas
track one.
Yeah. You never know.
You can wrap it yourself. You can't afford to wrap it, it's too expensive.
Yeah, speaking of, as you say, Christmas #1s, I heard that one of your tracks was #2, is it, in Germany, in a German chart?
Yeah, it's on their radio, that is.
Okay.
It's got a #2, yeah. And,
Yeah.
well,
That's really good, though.
just got a #1 on a featured artist thing as well on another one. That's in America, I think.
Oh,
Oral
fantastic.
6. So, yeah, good, like,
Yeah.
you know.
You must be very proud.
Yeah, just happy the music's getting out there, you know, wherever it can, maybe independent stations,
Yeah.
you know, but at least it's getting out there, and that's all we
it.
want to do,
That's the
really,
way to
you know.
go,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd be like they are towards it, to be honest. I just sent it
Yeah.
off and...
So try and make it freely available so people can listen to it then, you know.
Yeah.
otherwise
That's
you can
right.
just download it and have a listen.
But I mean, it's good, you know, they're picking up on it and things like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
as you say, all these independent radio
Yeah.
stations,
Yeah.
you know, it's really good. You're getting out there. And, you know, what would you say is your proudest achievement, really, with Sonic Temple so far?
we're getting the album, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, we have to learn
Yeah.
how to use the stuff as well in the studio, the equipment a bit, you know, get used to it and all that. And
Yeah. Did you teach yourselves to do it, or?
yeah, pretty much.
You
On-
can go on YouTube, follow a few
Yeah,
tutorials
that's the
as
way,
well.
yeah.
That's the way you just got to do it, you know, pick up some tips here and there as well. But as I say, we've always loved the recording side of
Yeah.
things. We've always wanted to have a go ourselves, you know, sort of
Yeah, so
hands-on,
going
you know,
and-
yeah. So, yeah, just
yeah, I mean,
I think just getting the CD out, completed, finished, sounding, you know, pretty good. And
Yeah.
and the, you know, the,
and feedback.
on the
Yeah.
feedback,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's been
you know,
positive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
so-
positive.
yeah, so
I mean,
happy with that.
it's really good.
you know,
really good.
I didn't think it'd be picked up as much as it has, you know.
Mm. So if anybody is watching right now,
Yeah,
where can they get a copy of the album? Either buying it
yeah.
or
And,
Okay.
there's a shop on there and a page for downloads as well. So
yeah, fantastic.
if you click on the top bit, the BC and all that, it's
Yeah.
on the page. And
Send us a tweet, is it?
Yeah, tweet.
if you want to,
I
yeah.
see lots
Yeah.
of Sonic Temple tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good
So-
every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the new album now,
Yeah.
do you know roughly when that's going to be coming out?
I'd say about July, you know, because
Yeah. It's not far.
well, we got to finish it off now. We got a bit of mixing to do, is it?
Yeah,
so
so
get
good.
things up,
Yeah.
master it,
Yeah.
and well, get it covered and then get it
Yeah, I've
pressed
got
up
somebody
and
working
so-
on the cover at the moment, we've got some ideas for artwork for it, so
That's cool.
somebody's going to start doing that hopefully this week or next week. And yeah, so it's just,
I'd like to get it by July, you know. But,
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be good if you can get out some out to work on holidays, we like,
There we are. Yeah.
You sell them like that.
No, it's just
Yeah, yeah,
the
different
mix.
way.
We want to get it right, you know. Sort
Yeah,
of,
that's right. You don't want to rush.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, want to get the solos, the vocals. I think it's those the main two things. You know, the rhythm guitars and everything, the bass, the drums are sounding great. I think it's just the guitars and the solos now because they're like the focal parts of the track. Sometimes, you know, I want to make sure they're spot on as well. You know.
Gotcha. There we are. So we watch out for it July.
July, yeah,
And
hopefully.
on your Facebook page again, is it?
Definitely,
Maybe
Yeah, yeah.
say yeah.
Yeah.
Or we'll obviously link it, Langley Music Scene, langleytown.com and LLTV.
I wouldn't mind getting EP out there about October, something like
Is
that.
there?
Yeah, maybe, like,
Yeah.
see, like,
Very motivated
Yeah,
indeed,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, that's
that's
great,
good.
as you say, as things are going really well,
I keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
that's
keep
your
it
chance
going.
to, get everything out.
Probably
Yeah.
call again next year then, do the third album, anyway.
Mm.
See the plan.
Yeah, exactly. Organisation, that's the way. And right, could we ever convince you to ever play an acoustic gig for Langley Music Scene?
Well, we've done that before, haven't we?
A while back, got up with Aston Dog then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done an acoustic. It was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
say something like an open mic night vibe, you know, would you ever consider that sort of thing? in the
I
future?
consider it.
We haven't thought about it, to be honest. I mean, we were set up as a studio
Yeah.
band, you know, and we always used to say to each other, we've done all
Yeah.
the gigging, we've carried the equipment all around South
Yeah.
Wales and everything, and
I still got bruises.
I know
It's
it was
gone.
hard work. So we were sort of, okay, it's just good to be in the studio, be a studio
Yeah.
band and record, you know. I mean,
Yeah, that's
never
it.
say never. We don't know
That's it.
whatever, but we'll see.
But primarily, yes, studio.
That's our thing, like, really.
At the
It's
moment,
studio,
yeah.
Yeah. A really good thing it is too.
Well,
Thank you.
really.
Yeah. And right, now Miles, who normally presents for Langley Town Television, likes to ask the bands to draw a picture.
Ooh.
So I've been asked now if you would draw your favourite temple in the space of 20 seconds. And apparently I've got to do it too. Your favourite temple.
Temple.
I don't really know any temples, but so I've got to do one as well from this paper. Don't really know. I think our 20 seconds is probably about up. I'm not very good at multitasking. Are we done? Let's see what you have then.
That's make a
What have you got?
Temple of Rock.
Ah, Temple of Rock, good thinking.
Temple of Rock, eh?
I don't know,
Oh,
don't even
Rock.
ask me.
Temple of Rock.
Yeah,
Mine looks more like Disneyland Paris, to be honest, mine does.
That's
but,
looking really cool.
It looks like someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, lipsticks.
It's
Two lipsticks
yeah,
together.
yeah,
I don't know.
a lipstick temple. Well, originality, see?
Lipstick temple, I like that.
Yeah, well, I'm
Sounds
getting
like
all my
a-
temples
Well,
mixed
it's
up.
a change
aren't I?
of a band.
That sounds like, yeah, sounds like a dodgy
Yeah, exactly.
hair metal band, doesn't
Because
it?
you see, because I was a bit mucked up, I've drawn, it's supposed to be a dog,
Oh, no.
because obviously I
It's a
messed
cat,
up. I messed up with everything. Sonic Temple, Temple of the Dog, that's a band, and then so there's the Temple of the Dog, and it's not a stone dog. See, I was thinking stone dog,
Yeah.
Sonic Temple.
There's method in your madness.
Yeah. See, now you know why I was confused. But yeah, Sonic Temple.
That's really good. I think on 20 seconds.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
That is really good. Hey, hey. Now I think I've apparently got to pick a winner, so this is very difficult. Ooh,
Ooh.
very difficult. How am I going to do this now? I can't pick a winner. I have to say it's a tie
Yeah.
Okay.
between the two of
They're
them.
so good.
Yeah. Because I mean, I love the Disney looking castle or the lipsticks,
Thank you.
and also, you know, the Temple of Rock.
Yeah,
Or
it's
if you not
still
pick a
a dog,
Temple of
yeah.
Rock, it's good, isn't it?
It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, so is there anything you'd like to share with Leslie Music Scene or say to the camera?
Just
before we
say
wrap
thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for asking us along, and
Yeah. Thanks for the
questions
features and all that.
Yeah,
That's
features
okay.
and feedback and everything that we've had, and yeah, listen to the album, guys, on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Definitely.
You'll find it somewhere out there.
Sound good.
Yeah, and we will promote it for you too. Keep
Yeah,
doing it.
good.
As fund of the month for May.
When we
Thank
get
you.
the second one,
Yeah.
we'll
We'll
send
let
it
you
on
Yeah,
as well.
definitely let us know. And thank you very much for
Yeah,
coming in.
guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.